Paul here with the bestdrummerintheworld.com, and I'm hanging out with David Bazan and Alex Westcoat. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
What do you guys think are the characteristics of a great drummer?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think supporting the song, in my opinion, that's kind of the role. I see drums as an accompaniment instrument, and you can help out the song in any way possible by doing more or less or whatever possible. I think those are the drummers I like.
Cool. Can you name a couple of those guys?
Yeah, well, the stuff that the guys you like to name off would be like Leon Helm and Ringo Starr.
I like those guys.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
We're big fans of the Ringo School, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any other ones that you would chime in there?
Well, what are ones that you like kind of independently?
Well, I'd have to go with kind of like what I've just been listening to lately. So, looking for brothers and problems pretty rad. Gosh, I don't know, kind of on the spot right now.
My favorite drummer maybe is Brian Blade. When hearing him play in almost any context, it evokes a really emotional response.
No, it's okay.
Hey, you all need anything? Okay. Very good. Evokes a really emotional response.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, he has a combination of things technically and feel-wise that are amazing, but he also has this, the thing that to me is the most important thing, or the thing that I like in drummers is, I don't know what you call it, maybe just hunger. There's like this kind of sense of desperation in like trying to do all of the things that a good, sensitive, communicative drummer is doing, and he just has that passion and that hunger. That, he's like badass, but there's like a humility to his playing too. It's like really spiritual and just really, it really kills me.
Yeah. He has the Brian Blade Fellowship.
And he plays with Daniel Lanois a bunch.
I like his stuff with Joshua Redman.
Yeah.
Elastic and all that. Incredible.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because you don't know if he's got the technical skill of like a Dave Westcoat or these kind of guys, because you imagine he does, because he can pull off anything. Like I've seen scenes of him do like the gospel thing, which requires crazy chops, but like he just plays so emotionally and so tastefully. Like you feel like he's making decisions every time he hits the drums and exactly where to put the back to make it have those kind of like burns and tight. It's really crazy.
Yeah. Awesome. Have you ever seen him play?
I haven't seen him live.
I've never seen him live. I've YouTubed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see him live.
Do you guys both play other instruments? Well, I mean, obviously.
I'm all drummer.
You play a little bass?
I slap in the bass.
Wait, well, I thought I saw a clip of you online doing like maybe playing a keyboard. Or no, you were playing some really intense math rock.
Oh yeah. I was playing with a guy who was playing it's called the Mobius Megaguitar. It's like a tapping instrument.
Okay, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and he has.
I haven't seen that.
And he's got like floor keyboards and stuff. Yeah, like yeah, I played in a lot of different bands in Seattle, and that was one of like the really proggy, one of the weird ones. We played with like Artist the Spoon Man from the Soundgarden tune. Like he was playing with us. It was a lot of fun. But
Wow, that's crazy.
I'll show you some of that in a bit.
I love that.
Okay, so how do you go from that to playing with David's music, which is just so stripped down, pocket? There's also you do some cool off-time stuff as well, but really heavy backbeat stuff.
I've growing up. Drums are all I do, so I try to do everything. That was kind of my philosophy. Growing up. So I was in like a jazz funk thing, and I would play brushes and weddings, and I would just anything I could do, like crazy tapping and stuff, you know, like. So I just found like a way to try to like appreciate everything, and it you know made more opportunities for me. And I personally I listen to all sorts of music, so I don't know, yeah, and I just get really into like I remember when I got really into Questlove, it was just like he would play the most simplistic backbeat thing, and then I would try it. I'm like, why doesn't it sound like him, you know? And so I just have this appreciation for just groove and pocket, and like that's where my energy has been going lately. Like it's just focusing on that.
Do you, the Passion, the X Factor? I'm sorry. Let me back up. How long have you guys been playing drums?
I started when I was 7, so my whole life pretty much.
Yeah, I was I think 11 or 12, and I'm also only part-time.
Part-time. Yeah. Although you've done it out of, I guess, necessity.
Well, I was a drummer first before I was a songwriter, and then when I switched over to being a songwriter, I kind of kept both of them going for a while. But out of necessity, I play drums less and less because I'm just so busy trying to write songs and I've been kind of a second-rate guitar player for a lot of years just because I did drum lessons and practiced all the exercises and all that stuff, but I've never done that on any other instrument. So because I was able to do both things, but yeah, so sometimes about 12.
Cool. And wanted to ask, you were mentioning that X Factor, and do you feel like when you identify that hunger and that passion in the way that a drummer's playing, how do you translate that into a song, or do you try to bring that to your guitar playing or your lyrics, or is there some other thing that you consider your own sort of X factor, your own strengths?
It's hard to say. I mean, that's something that is difficult to identify in yourself, and I don't know if I feel like it's something that I really want to think about too much. But you just, you attack whatever it is with everything you have and try to figure, it's a lot of just like trying to figure it out. And there's a real benefit to having certain limitations we all have. I think because it kind of stokes that fire a little bit. If it's, and I want to express that, not, I don't know how, then when you do, there's like this release of that tension. And that cycle, I feel like, has been really important for me as a musician, as a drummer, or where you're just always reaching a little bit, and not out of like wanting to be. You're just reaching to express something. There's this thing that you want to express that's just slightly how you're reaching. People who are kind of